Hey guys, welcome to Cheap Ass Movie Reviews. I'm Ben, and I'm going to be going over the movie Baby Driver, written and directed by Edgar Wright. And right off the get go, I'd just like to say this was an excellent movie. I can definitely see how the advertisement for this movie was saying 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't necessarily believe it was 100%, but definitely it was a great movie. Right off the bat, the movie starts off with an excellent heist scene starring just the whole cast that you see except for Jamie Foxx. He comes in later, but it's an excellent heist film where you see it from the perspective of Baby, who is the getaway driver. With most heist movies, you see it from at the actual robbing of a bank. This one, it was just Baby in the car, just rocking out to some tunes. So right off the bat, like it starts with an epic car chase through the streets of Atlanta, Georgia, during the middle of the day. And the something to note about that is it's really hard to shoot scenes, especially driving scenes in the middle of the day, because you have to do all the work that goes into like closing down a highway, which this goes through all throughout the city, and then on a highway, and then also it's harder to hide mistakes. So right off the bat, it was just you could tell that was a challenging shot to shoot, but everything was just so perfectly choreographed, not just between what was going on in the scene, but also with the soundtrack to the movie itself.
Tequila.
So that was a really interesting next level in terms of choreography. Going on past just the choreography, because in this movie it is the choreography between the music playing and the actions and the words being said or being done throughout the movie is just something that you can tell took a lot of work and a lot of different ideas and different ways to really make sure that the actors themselves could get in tune with the movie's music, the plot.
That's some Oscar shit right there.
The plot itself was pretty good. I mean, it had some questionable moments, but overall it was a pretty solid heist rom-com. I guess that's a new hybrid that is a thing. But just covering that, the story was really good because you could see the development and the story really refined the decently sized casts, characters, and backgrounds. But there were a couple people who had mysterious backgrounds that you really kind of want to know more about, but you didn't get to see it because it would have taken away from the plot and where the story was going.
You're damn right.
But overall, I mean, the plot and the cast were just excellently picked. Actually, thing to note with the movie is the first character cast for the movie was John Hamm, and actually the character that he was playing was actually written for him, with him in mind while making it. So that was something you could definitely tell, because the way that I honestly think he was the best actor in the movie, because you usually see him as more of a lighthearted person, but in this movie he was very dark and very dangerous. So that was really something to really look forward to. Kevin Spacey, he's the mastermind of all the heists, and you don't know a lot about him because there's kind of like an air of mystery, but you know he's very good at what he does. And then just the rest of the cast, they were just so excellently picked because you could tell they really had chemistry, and it fit with the story. And then you could tell that they could also flip that to make sure, like, because there were some implosion moments of the cast dynamic, so that was really nice to see the ups and the downs. But overall, I thought that was a really good movie. I definitely, out of giving it just a school rating, I'd say that was definitely an A minus, kind of like maybe 93%, just because there were some low points in the movie where I was kind of wondering what was going on and what was the next part of the movie, where it was going to take you. But there were some kind of things that like fell short. This is where I'd say put like a little spoiler alert. So, spoiler alert. There are some dream sequences in the movie, so that's something to watch out for. I didn't really expect that was going to be used, and then it was used, and then you kind of were like, kind of questioning why it was being done, and it didn't really seem right. But beyond that, that's kind of why it falls short a little, for getting like an A minus. But overall, it was a great summer movie. Definitely see it in theaters, because it's really nice to hear the soundtrack coming through with the whole like speakers, and seeing and hearing all the sounds that go around you, because the sound engineering for the movie was really great. So I definitely expect to see this movie hopefully nominated for some sound mixing when award season comes around. So look forward to that. That's my review of Baby Driver. If you like this video, like it and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next movie review.